Good to go. Seems a tough one to take. How do you sum up your emotions after that game?
No, it's not really a tough one to take. Like, it was a good game of footy, right? Like, both sides played some decent footy, and I just said to the guys, it's a good lesson for us around how important field position and possession are. We didn't have much of either. But you got to take small wins. I thought, the start of our game was as good as we've been in my time here at the club. And on the flip side, we were quite clunky. We gave away, a number of penalties and we made some errors, put some pressure on ourselves. But we were one score behind with 5 to go, right? So we're in the contest, and they're a good side. So, look, we'll keep growing as a team. But it would have been nice to get the result on the scoreboard. And but ultimately, we left it a little bit too late.
I think it was 14-0 up at one point. Where do you kind of see the turning point for you, kind of losing the grasp on that? Because that really allowed them back in.
Yeah, well, I need to be really careful what I say here, but like, I think, the management of the game changed a little bit there after 14-0. So, I think, they started to get some calls their way and some field position possession, and they're a good enough side to take it, right? So there's certainly some things we can work on, but it was a fair game of footy, right? Like, both sides were in the contest, and we've been up for a couple of weeks, and we've tried to manage the group as much as possible, with regards to our energy levels and that, but they ultimately sort of had a fair bit of possession, so we were a little bit gassed there, but I was really proud of the group, kept fighting. We want to improve our detail, so we'll work on that.
What was your view on the obstruction in the last 15 minutes?
Well, look, again, I'm biased, so I thought it was a try, but again, it wasn't ruled a try, so we had to keep fighting, we kept fighting, we scored a try after that, so, it's a tough comp, right? Everyone's seen the results, and it's, there's a cluster of teams that are really, really close, so, Parramatta were too good there today at times, but there's certainly some things that we can hang on to and keep growing off the back of that.
So when you say the management of the game changed, why do you think that might be?
Not too sure really. I'm not sure why it changed, but just some of the interpretations in and around the ruck, and but look, they're all subjective, right? So I'm not going to go into it, but it just seemed like the management of the game sort of changed a little bit. But you got to adjust to that, and the best teams can do that. We're striving to be in that group of teams who are right at the top. So we'll keep improving our detail and maintain that effort, and we'll learn and we'll get better.
Is that the sort of thing you take up with the NRL tomorrow, potentially this week? Or?
Oh, mate. I'm not sure. Probably not. I'll ask, Dave Fairley, just to give us a little bit of feedback. But it's no. Well, the referees do their best, right? So, I'm not going to be critical of the referees.
Daly, what do you think of the obstruction call?
Yeah, you understand the ruling, yeah. So you can understand it, but so it's black and white, right? But those ones are really hard to watch because the rule is black and white, so I get it. But watching that one, that's at the other end of the scale, isn't it?
Sounds like you're saying there's no chance Daly was going to get anywhere near Turbo.
Do you reckon he was going to get there?
No.
I don't think he was going to get there, so well played to him. He played to the rules.
Do you think we need a bit of grey back in that area, or are you happy that it's black and white?
No, I suppose consistency is the key in NRL. Consistency and black and white's probably best for our officials as well, so I'm not making those decisions, and as it stands, that's just the way it goes, so no problem with it as it stands.
14-0, and everything you touched turned to gold at that point. It seemed like you were scoring points and tries at will. What do you think happened to change that momentum of that game?
Yeah, I don't have the answer right now. We did have a lot of momentum to start the game. We played a lot of good footy, and for the most part of the game, we were doing our best. They did camp us down our own end, and through our own, errors and stuff like that, we put ourselves under a lot of pressure. So we've got some room to improve, but I think we're a hard team to defend at the moment.
I think you've got the Dragons next week, right? Dragons?
Yeah.
Flano, you did Flano come back to coaching with you from
Yeah, no, he did. Yeah, he'd been out of coaching for a number of years, so we gave him an opportunity as a club, and he did a really good job with our group. He's a good guy. Get on great with him. It's good to see him back in the head coach's position. So it's great to see him doing that. But we focus on taking the lessons out of this game really. Sort of won't focus too much on what the Dragons or Flano are doing, and we need to continue to grow.
Can I ask you just one more about Flano? Do you take a bit of pride that you gave him the chance and now he's head coach again?
Well, look, again, he was really good for me as well. As far as myself coming back as a head coach, So look, I'm really, I'm happy for Flano that we gave him an opportunity, and then there's an opportunity presented to him off the back of that. So of course, we like seeing good people get opportunities, and I'm really happy for Flano.
Steve, you touched on it a minute ago about managing their energy levels. Has it been a bit of a challenge the first month of the season, just with Vegas and coming back and getting your feet back on the ground here to, I suppose, manage the guys through the first month?
I feel like we've managed it really well. I think, everyone saw our first two performances. We were up and about, very energetic. We had a really good week's prep this week. We've got some great expertise there with John Clark, our head of performance, and I feel like we had a good week. But the reality of it is, it's been. It's been 3 really good sides we've played against in the first 3 weeks. But I feel like we've shown what our weapons are. We know the areas that we need to continue to get better in, and that's a work on. It's a tough comp, right? Parramatta's strong side that didn't go away. It would have been easy for them to go away after 14-0, but they kept fighting. So they managed to get a fair bit of possession after that 14-0, and that's a big part of the game, field position possession.
This year, NRL on 9 is your one-stop shop for all footy.
That's right, Freddie. Not about the highlights, action, 7 days a week.
Billy and Gus podcast, get that on your drive on the way home. Immortal Behaviour, grab a seat on the couch for that. And of course, my favourite, Freddie in the Own.
The best footy brains, the biggest games.
Don't trust the algorithm, subscribe to NRL on 9 and get all your entertainment there.